Greetings, family and friends. Welcome to my channel. This is Personal Gov, and I'm JP Watkins. Today's topic is going to be aimed at the fellas. Yes, it's going to be aimed at the fellas. You know, this is where you come for food for your mind and motivation for your soul. All right, fellas, let's get in it. This topic is being cool. Is it worth the price? Is the high price of cool worth it? You know, I'll start this off on a real personal note. I remember I went to an alternative school for the baddest of the bad. The school was called Phoenix. And had, we was considered the rejects from the Akron public school system. And it was this one particular guy, I won't name him because he's probably still alive and just for his dignity. But he was, he was a man. Girls was crazy about him. Yeah, he could wrestle real good. He could hoop. He was very athletic. He was tall. Had that athletic stature. Lean, probably single digits, body fat. The 6-pack. He was just an overall package. Girls was crazy about him. He was the cool dude. He was the cool dude. And I think, he was the cool of cool, to where even people that was reasonably cool still looked up to him. He had that swag. He had that it factor. Whatever it was, he had it. And to even top it off, he had like these turquoise colored eyes. And that was something that really sat him out, right? And girls would just go nuts. You could just see him losing it, right? He was a pretty boy. He was cool, but he was athletic. He had that combination of the look and the spine, because he wasn't considered soft. He was cool. Well, this young man, fast forward 15 years later, I've seen him standing from the store. Hey, what's going on, Bobo? He's like, this and that. I noticed that he looked disheveled. I noticed that he looked broke down. I could smell him. I could smell an easy, 5-6 days of unbathed body odor. And then he, asked for some change. Hey man, you got some spare change? Blew my mind. Now, that's just one. And I'm talking about personal issues. Fast forward, I done ran into at least a half a dozen of people that I once went to school with, and some people that I used to look up to, that I admired, that I done literally seen panhandling or strung out on drugs. So fellas, cool ain't enough. It's a high price of cool, because cool is cool when you're the beneficiary of dating all the pretty girls, of bedding all the pretty women, of going around, you the salesman, you selling the phones, they buying the phones from you, you flirting with them, and everything you say, you got that Midas touch, so to speak. But meanwhile, that's fine. You enjoying the moment, you living in the moment, you reaping the benefits of cool, you reaping the benefits of being handsome, you reaping the benefits of having a good mouthpiece, of having game, as they say. But you're not getting better. And eventually, coolness wears off. So eventually that kid that was the nerd, that decided to go to law school, or decided to go be a surgeon, eventually his hard work starts to pay off, because he's taking that time. He's actually becoming better. Yeah, he may not have the 6-pack. Yeah, he may not be the cool guy with all the swag, but he's actually learning a skill set. He's learning something that's going to help him occupy later on, that's going to make him be able to thrive later in life. Now, you got to ask yourself, hey, it's going out here knocking off all the ladies. Is that really going to help you? In many ways, it can. It can hurt you. First of all, you're knocking off all these chicks, and now you got 3, 4, 5 babies mamas. How that child support holla at you? It's gonna holla at you. Think about the impact that you're leaving on your kids. And don't feel like, oh man, this dude, he don't even know what he's talking about. Hey, I got 4 kids from two different babies' mamas. So I can relate. So that's what I'm saying. And then let's look at the drama that it comes with. The different women competing for your affection, competing for your attention. The drama. Busting your car windows out. Acting a fool. But even more importantly, who's inadvertently hurt? The kids. Got kids, some of the kids born at the same time. A lot of times you say, oh, I got such and such. Oh, you got twins? Oh, no, they they got different moms, And now you got school functions where you got to pick which kids. Well, I'm going to be at this kid's one this year, and I'm going to have to go to the other ones next year because I can't go. They both have them at the same time. I can't be there. I can't be in 2 places at one time. So it's a high price for being cool. If you only focus, just like I talked to the ladies about only being interested in looking good. Come on, fellas. You can't only be focused on being cool. You can't only focus on being tough. We got to tap into that tough space too, because a lot of times, a lot of the so-called cool kids are the so-called tough kids, the one to go for bad. Remember some of the cats from back in the day that would say, hey, we don't die, we multiply. They could handle themselves well. They was good with their hands. They knew how to box, or they just knew how to fight. They just had street prowess. And a lot of them are dead now. Some of the guys would go around and shake people down. Young dude walking around with Jordans. Hey, you gonna have to go ahead and get him up. The real life Debo stuff. Yeah. You had guys like that going around shaking people down, knocking people out. When they walked out the mall, swinging on people, sucker punching people, knocking them out, digging in their pocket, taking their wallets. And guess what? That was cool. Everybody, oh man, you crazy. Oh man, I can't believe you knocked that old school dude out like that. Oh, this and that. And then people act shocked. Oh man, the homie got killed. How can you be shocked? Because some people, if you don't stick them and they stay stuck, they coming back. Especially if they know who you is. Especially you walking around here in daylight with a flashlight. Hey, look at me. Yeah, I did it. So what? It's a high price of cool. So now, you either locked up or buried. Early grave. You done died far too young. Taken away from all these kids. Taken away from your mom. Taken away from your lady. Taken away from your family and friends. I just want you to think about it. Right now, the moment may be great. You may be the man. Everything you say. You can knock off a chick just like that. You look at her, you approach her, you know how to mesmerize her, you got the gift of gab, you got the look, and everything sounds great. And before you know it, you in 5, 6, 7 kids deep. And now you finally start to get yourself together. And now when you say, hey man, I ain't hustling no more. I'm not, I'm not a gigolo no more. I'm not hustling the women. I'm not living off the women. I'm actually want to make an honest living. So now when you go to make an honest living and you got child support from several different counties tearing your check to pieces. And now you can barely make a living. So now you feel trapped. Man, I got to do something. I can't live off $200-300 a month. After child support, I ain't got nothing left. And then you want to be a man. You want to be a man for your kids. You want your kids to look up for you come Christmas and holidays like that. You want to be able to give them things that you weren't able to have yourself when you were young. But now you can't give it to them because you didn't spend that time being better. You didn't spend that time skilling up and scaling up. You spent all that time turning up, chopping up. You spent all that time knocking off the young little pretty ladies. You spent all that time wasting it. You spent all that time in leisure and just enjoying yourself. But you didn't balance it. You didn't put in the work today so that you can profit from your work tomorrow. But the good thing, fellas, guess what? It's some good news. If you happen to trip over this and you happen to be listening to this, you can change your direction. So, hey, you may be in 3 kids deep right now. 3 kids by 3 women. 3 for 3. Well, guess what? You don't have to wait for that to be, another 5, 6 kids from another 3, 4 chicks. you can change that direction. So right now, maybe you ain't got no kids. Maybe you've been lucky. Maybe you've been one of the ones that's been womanizing, but you ain't had no offsprings yet, or you ain't got no offsprings that you know about yet. Guess what? It's time. It's time. It's okay. You can still have your bit of swag and handle your business. But learn how to handle your business. Learn how to invest in yourself. What is your gift? What is your purpose? You know, hey, if you're an athlete, then you got to put in the time. You can't be out here knocking all these chicks down and handling your business. You ain't gonna be able to compete with a LeBron, with a Tiger Woods, and you spend all your time shuffling around women. Look around. It's a lot of guys. Some of these homeless guys that you make fun of today, they were the king. They were kid cool of yesteryear. Don't be kid cool of yesteryear. Being cool enough is not enough. Take this time today. Start preparing. You know, like they said, Malcolm X, I believe, if it wasn't him, definitely he was big on education. But even Condoleezza Rice had said something to the effect that education is your passport to a better future. So education, information, inspiration. These are just a few of the pieces, a few of the tools that's going to help you build a better tomorrow. So you got to be inspired. So hopefully this inspired you, but you need the proper information. So you got to get out there and see how to be better. You know, what does the market want? And more importantly, what the market want, what's your gift? What's your purpose? Because your gift will make room for you. If it's something that you can do and something that you can do exceptionally well, it's space for it. Think about it. Look at the restaurants out here. Okay, yeah, you got McDonald's, you got Wendy's, you got that. But look at these new different franchises. When Starbucks became a big thing, we didn't need another coffee place. We're like, oh man, we really need some coffee. No, it was coffee around. But Starbucks is dominating that space because they were really passionate about coffee. What can you bring? What can you contribute to the broader society that only you can bring, and that you can bring value to others? Well, that's my time for the day, fellas. And in the meantime, persist, believe, and achieve.